Okay, I finally had all the hardware and everything set up here, and we're live streaming finally. The live stream is quasi-live because it takes about 20 seconds for the actual stream to have my wording on it. And what we're doing right now, I haven't got a mount for the camera or anything, but the encoders are set up, and we are out here in the Hangout. I'm getting an echo from it about 10 seconds behind. This is the Hangout, and that spot clear back here in the back is the hellhole where I reside every day, surrounded by multiple terminals and trying to fry my brain so bad you can't believe it. And then we've got a lot of extra kind of neat stuff around here. Got a kitchen around here. And then over here, we got our 3D printer where we print out prototype stuff. And the place looks like it's in complete disarray because it most generally always is. And, oh, this is so neat because there's the Facebook page where I just made my posting that, you can catch my live stream here. And then actually, since it's delayed, we won't get feedback or anything, but right here is the control panel on YouTube live streaming that shows all of the settings, and it's kind of your director's environment, whatever, but you can see how long the delay is on it. So, there's a Cypress clock my dad made many years ago that we resurrected and put back up here on the wall. And that's really kind of about it. I'm going to try something a little slick here. I'm going to go into play mode on the camera, and I happen to take this on our cruise, so I've got some ocean footage here. And we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll bring the stream back over to live again, and we'll see what we can do. So I'm going in a different mode here, and it's reading some various things here, and see if I can find what I want here. I got several little cuts from our Windjammer cruise here, so let's see if I can play one through the camera, see what happens. Oh, that's cute. You get the preview of my camera and my Do I get audio now or don't I? I don't know. Let's take and let's go back to the camera again if we can. So I can probably do that by doing this. Darn. And in a few seconds we should get back to where we're supposed to get here. And here we're back live again. I've kind of figured out that our audio gets messed up if we go into play mode on the camera, so I've got a little ways to go on some of this stuff, but it's pretty slick. And we actually even have a teleprompter over here that we're setting up, so it's just the beginning of things, and you know, we hope to take and get more refinement down the road. Kind of figured out that our audio gets messed up if we go into play mode at the camera, so I've got a little ways to go on some of this stuff, but it's pretty slick. And we actually even have a teleprompter over here that we're setting up, so it's just the beginning of things, and you know, we hope to get more refinement. One of the things I'd like to do is live stream a brewing session with our fancy little rims controller. I've got a all-grain batch sitting out there, and I just got to figure out what I'm going to use for cameras, how I'm going to get them where I want them to be, and go from there. So there's a lot going on with that. One of the things I'd like to do is stream a brewing session so it's live. We also, actually, this is so weird because I can actually take and hold the camera up and go to different things. We've got a new camera ordered that will actually track you in athletic endeavors or whatever. You wear a little armband on it, and it acts like a little transponder, and the camera points at you. So I was playing around with that, thinking that we'd buzz that up for some roller skating, and it will chase you around the rink and stay in focus and zoom on you and everything. In fact, I should get some notes together on our next live broadcast that we can take and do that. The one thing that would be kind of neat, and I got another app for this that I can probably get in here soon, and that is, I think it's XLit, something like this, and that actually allows me to work with different video sources. The actual encoder I'm using here right now, we just got lit up tonight, and it's AverMedia Live Gamer Portable, and they call it Live Gamer Portable because it basically is used by a lot of gamers to take and encode their online gaming so they can live stream it out, you know, to a live stream. People can watch them play, you know, multiplayer games and stuff live. So I kind of gave that name, and I had a hard time finding exactly what I wanted for an encoder because I'm not into gaming and I don't plan to really do any gaming. So it's like, why do I need a you know, a gaming type device? Well, lo and behold, the way this whole thing works is in the camera here is HDMI, and it comes around into here, and you can see that you have HDMI inputs in this box, and it's actually a chase through. So that input you see right there is coming from the camera, but you can actually could come out of the computer and turn around and go to your monitor, and this will grab HDMI stream off of your computer, put it in here and chunk it and turn it into compressed video. Then it runs down a USB line into the PC, gets streamed up to YouTube. And the interesting thing is when you're live, you notice that this icon here is breathing, and that's telling you that, hey, you guys are live, you're going out live stream right now. And you'll see that the little icon in the tray down here is actually going to be breathing, and that's telling you that you're doing live feed uploads right now also. So, in fact, to tell you what, I've been hanging on to this camera. I'm actually going to take put my hand in the strap a little bit on it now, so it's a little bit easier to use. So, you know, and then you can look at our delay where I was just videoing the unit, and you can see that your live stream through YouTube seems to be about 15 to 17 seconds off. But basically, what you can do here is pretty amazing. And when I sat down an hour and a half ago, I had not got this box. I hadn't taken this out of the box. I hadn't done anything with it since before I went on vacation. And nothing worked at first. It was very frustrating, but actually, as I stumbled around through things and got settings, the software that came with the encoder here will pretty much make your live stream up to YouTube all by itself. You got to take and get over into the Creator Studio, okay, of your YouTube account, and then start chasing around and looking for the stream. And after the stream runs, I think a lot of it was this delay. I was messing around starting and stopping the stream. And you got to start the stream and just let it run. And then once everything you know, gets through that 20-second thing, all of a sudden you got a live video that pops up. And it's kind of interesting too if you go over to where I placed my notification on Facebook that I was live streaming. If you just come over and click on that live stream there, it'll bring it up. And the one thing you can tell live feed on YouTube is down here. It says live. And what it means is it means mostly live. Okay, because you're going to have a little bit of delay there, but you can see, you know, that it is truly a, you know, a live stream there. It just pops open YouTube and goes to URL for it. Now, the one thing that you do notice on here is you see all the garbage that's on the screen, the little flower and everything else. Well, when I take HDMI out of this little Canon video cam here, what if it's not recording, well, even if it is recording, I'm getting the image on the little preview screen here, so I've got all the control information on that. So I'm not sure. I'm going to have to get with Canon and find out, you know, if I can adjust my DVI or HDMI output to be clean and just grab the camera image, or if I've got all this crap on. If I do, I'm going to have to get another camera, but cameras are super cheap nowadays and should be able to handle it. And the other thing that's really interesting about live streaming, I haven't tried it, but as your cell phones get more powerful, of course we're sitting here on Schitzel now, super high-speed DSLs, one of the reasons I put it in so I could do live streaming from here. But that's also where our cell phones will connect to that Wi-Fi and have that bandwidth available to it also, and you can even live stream right out of one of the newer smartphones. I haven't done it yet with my Galaxy, but I'm pretty sure that my Galaxy 6 would live stream, so I could basically walk around the area here as long as I stayed in my Wi-Fi hotspots, and I would be able to take and live stream video just right off of your cell phone. It'd be kind of neat, you know, for your skating rinks and stuff that you can do that, but what you're probably going to find out is you're just not going to have the punch and the bandwidth to do it. So a lot of the live streams that I was planning on doing will probably have a lot of recorded content also. But once I have the Director application installed, I can take and switch from live to media to even pulling off of URLs if there's like my favorite guy. In fact, we can even play with it right now. This is one of my favorite hilarious videos of all times, and it's FPS Russia, and I got to get over here to YouTube, and I'm going to sit you down for just a second so I can take and find this URL I like, and we'll run over it. We had a little echo in the background from 11 seconds ago. So what we can do is we'll just put FPS Russia breakfast of champions. And that's the one. And of course, if I take and zoom over on it here, of course you can see it says watched, and of course it does because it's one of my favorite ones. It's just really funny. Plus, I like Stilisky Vodka. So, without further ado, get this guy up here.
Hello my friends, it is FPS Russia and I bring you another video. The more I learn about America, the more I am surprised. I find out that Wheaties is American breakfast of champions. And this is very surprising to me. How can cold cereal be a breakfast of champions? And then I see they put Leprechaun Man on box, he is snowboarding. This is apparently a great American hero. And I decided to make it Russian breakfast of champions. And the only way to make something more Russian is with Stolichnya vodka. Oh yes, my friends, now it is breakfast of champions. If you would like to be champion, there is only one thing to do. Go to habitgaming.com, sign up on sharing gamer tags, and find more baby buffaloes to play with. Then you will not be Little Beach. Now I feel like a champion. Have a nice day, my friends.
I love it, don't you? And one of the things, and this thing will keep cranking on us here. FPS Russia is kind of funny. We found out about him here sitting around having cocktails after work, and he's got some hilarious videos. He's really gun oriented and all sorts of machine guns, mini guns, cannons, tanks, you name it. He takes and gets involved in it. It's hilarious. He's kind of waned in popularity as of late, but still just really a really fun site. I even have a professional Russian T-shirt, which I'm very proud of being that way. And speaking of Stilisky, okay, hang on for just a second. All sorts of machine guns, mini guns, cannons, tanks, you name it. He takes and gets involved in it. It's hilarious. Kind of waned in popularity as of late. This is a bottle of Stilisky Vodka. Yeah. See if I can. And here. There. How's that? Well, now everybody is leaned sideways now, but I got the whole bottle in there. This is brought to me by a very good friend who actually brought me a couple bottles of this. And as you can see, the seal is still intact. So kind of waiting for a special occasion on this guy. But this is one of the, I always thought Absolute was a really nice smooth vodka, and this thing here is like a velvet hammer. So, anyhow, the Russians do some things very, very well, and some things not so good. And put this back in the cabinet so I'm not tempted anymore. You can see the seal is still intact, so kind of waiting for a special occasion on this guy. But this is one of the, I always thought that was really nice smooth vodka, and this thing here is like a velvet hammer. And as I said in my YouTube posting, if you are watching this feed live, please go ahead and drop me a PM here on Facebook so I can tell if there's anybody watching it, except though I think you can actually tell down here. Nobody's watching me, which is probably a good thing for tonight since we're just getting rolling. But I believe our live feeds will be cached. So what can happen is if somebody sees this tomorrow and decides to hop on, they're probably going to get this whole video here. So it's pretty amazing the technology that has transpired here, and this has fascinated me, and I wanted to break open and get into this. And unfortunately, the last 18, 20 months, something like that, I've been in a hardcore software development mode. And I'm still in a softcore, does that sound right? A softcore software development mode, so I don't have the time that I really want to devote to this, and I got some other projects, and I know I'll never retire, but I always figured that when I got to this age I could work on what I want when I wanted, and that's not quite true. Maybe if I sold a company or two that would happen, I'm not sure. So anyhow, this is, I'm probably kind of running out of stuff to blather about here, but we're going to take and get involved in some more things. I've got a contour camera here, but it basically records to a memory chip in it, and I can't live that. What I'd really like to do is come up with a wireless live feed point of view type system, and then we can walk around and look at equipment and stuff, and I can discuss it. I think it'd be great for promoting our panel punch line, so you get point of view when you're taking and working on knocking out openings and using the equipment, because it's first person point of view, and you really can get a feel for exactly what the proper way is to use equipment, etc. Fact is, my handle here on YouTube is Dandy Punch Guy, and that is primarily due to the videos that we initially made up on YouTube for promoting our panel punch line, which get a lot more hits than messing around. And you'll occasionally see me flying in a wind tunnel. We got some wind tunnel footage, it's great. We got some footage snorkeling down in the British West Indies last week too. So there's always stuff interesting here, and anybody that really knows me knows that I'm a roller skating freak. So we'll definitely have some roller skating here coming along from time to time also. So it's the neat thing is back in the old days, in the beginnings of satellite TV, if you had some money and you had something that anybody cared to listen to, you could take and get a channel open, and and the other thing was cable access channels too. You go down and say, hey, I want to take and do something, public service sometimes, and sometimes, just messing around to fill up the channel, and you could get that, and you go do your own little analog live feed. And I know all you youngsters have no idea what analog is, but let's just say analog was before computers. So now you can take, and I can sit here with a couple $100 worth of equipment and a decent internet feed, and I can stream like a madman, and I can take and have any kind of channel that I want. And we are streaming live from the Hangout, so it's probably going to be called the Hangout for our live channel, and we're probably going to try to take and pump something out at least once a week, provided I'm not buried in disasters that take my attention otherwise. So pretty neat. Pretty neat, and it worked. And let's see what our time's coming up to. We're at 9:30. I really basically am out of content for tonight, and I want to see if this thing will remain active to pick up the live stream later. So after the live stream is no longer live and it's dead, I believe this URL will still be good over here on Facebook. You know, if you get a chance, take a look. Give it a review, drop me a comment, see if you've seen it or you liked it, and we'll have something interesting here, you know, in the next week or so coming up here, and we want you to make sure you stay tuned for it. So for right now, for tonight, on a, what is this? Is this Monday? Ha! It is Monday. Monday night. Monday nights I'm usually dead from the disaster during Monday. But we'll take and catch up with everybody a little bit later down the road. So this is your buddy signing off from the Hangout. And we want you to make sure you stay tuned. So for right now, for tonight, on a, what is this Monday? It is Monday night. Monday nights I'm usually dead from the disaster during Monday.